YouTube, it's Dory. Straight away I just want to put out a warning, a trigger warning. I'm going to be discussing my mental health with you guys today. So if this is something that's going to upset you, trigger you, worry you, something you don't want to watch, then please don't watch it, okay? Because my intention is not to upset you, trigger you, or make you worry or, anything like that, okay? So if this isn't for you, that's totally fine. I understand, and I will see you next time. Okay, so off you pop, go and find something to do for a bit. What about 10 minutes? Okay, thank you. Right then. We always have to give them 5 seconds. I've noticed a trend recently on YouTube. Especially with a few YouTubers in particular, who have been vlogging their own journey with their own mental health conditions for a number of weeks, months, years, whatever. I'm not naming names, it's not my place to. It's their journey, their story, they'll tell it. This is about me, okay? Today's the first day of the Easter holidays where we live. And I'm dreading it because I don't know how I'm going to stay happy for all that time that Nemo's here. He doesn't get it. I don't expect him to get it. He's a child with complex special needs, and that in itself has its own problems. So, no. I was diagnosed some years ago. Hello, Stitch. Where's Le Pen? I'm only looking for it now because I'll find it about 3 o'clock this morning, wedged in my pyjamas or something weird like that. Sideways down my bra or something daft. Borderline personality disorder. I had Mr. Dory. Excuse I. Somebody's got to love him, haven't they, eh? Oh, now I'm not comfy, bless. I was just coming up to make sure I was okay because I've been outside with emo. Right, I was diagnosed with borderline, oh, fuck's sake, BPD, there you go, after I had a breakdown. It was a cry for help more than an actual, well, I don't know actually. If I tell you, I suppose you can make your own mind up what you think it was. Where we live is a lovely little village, and there's a train line that goes through there. Not very often. There isn't a station, it's level crossing. It's not far from the house, and one night I'd had enough of me. I couldn't cope with me anymore, and I just needed to get out of the house. I needed to get out. I felt trapped. I felt... I don't know. I can't even describe how I felt. I just didn't feel right. So I took myself off for a walk. Crazy o'clock in the morning. I think it was by then. God, midnight maybe. Don't know. I can't remember much about the actual night. And I actually ended up on the train tracks. lay down and made my way down towards where the train would come from. So I wasn't near the road as such. So I had on a dark top, dark trousers and pair of shoes. I don't even know what I was wearing. I would probably have my pyjamas on, something stupid like that. And I just lay down. And I felt really at peace. And I thought, this is just weird. Why do I feel at peace? What if a train comes? Train comes, I'll be dead and I won't be feeling like this anymore. So then I thought, yeah, okay. And it won't hurt anymore, and I won't feel worthless anymore, and I won't feel that I'm not good enough for anybody anymore. I wanted all those feelings to go away. I was very manic, and then I was very emotional. I would fall fast and I would fall hard when I went down. And when I was manic, I was awful. It was like somebody had stuck 24 ever-ready Duracell batteries or something up my backside and switched the on switch on, and I was like, and everything was wonderful and the world was fantastic, and plans for this and plans for that, and wonderful. And then half an hour later, boom, doof, down. No, we're not doing that. Why are we doing that? No, don't do that. I'd go to bed. That was the build up to the breakdown. So I lay on the train tracks, and luckily, and I mean that with all my heart, I mean that, a Network Rail van happened to be carrying out maintenance, because the trains don't run as often. If we're lucky, every couple of hours one might go through, but it's not a busy line, really. So you get a couple of hours where a big freight one comes through, and then I think every hour you get a passenger commuter train come through. I had no idea at the time. As I said, I just wanted to lie down, and when I lay down on that cold steel or whatever it is, I just remember thinking, yeah, this feels right. Because if I'm not there, everything will be okay, and Mr. Dory will be fine, and he won't get cross with me for for my mood swings, and Nemo will be safe. He'll have somebody who can look after him properly, that can give him everything, not just maybe 50 to 75%. And Flo could go off to uni and do what she wants to do, and I won't be in the way, and that's how I honestly felt. So yeah, the van stopped. The gentleman got out, two of them, with orange dubras on that they wear. I don't remember much, but I remember one kept me talking and the other phoned the police. Two police cars turned up, and an ambulance. One of the police officers was my friend. Is my friend. Of course, we're still friends. Which was really hard, because I didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to stay there. It got to the point where Mr. Dory had to wake Flo up to say, I need to go and find your mum. So he came out of the house with my coat. I didn't have my coat with me. And he met a policeman on his way up to the railway line. The policeman said, "Excuse me, sir, are you looking for somebody?" Because obviously, he's giving it all this, thinking, where the fuck has she gone? And Mr. Dory said, "Yeah, I'm looking for my wife. I don't think she's all right. I'm a bit worried." He had his mobile. I think he was on the phone to the police. I don't know. And the police officer said, "We've found her. She's safe. This is what's going to happen next." And he explained to Mr. Dory everything that would happen. The police officer that I know, took me in the ambulance, and they sectioned me under the Mental Health Act. So I was taken to a place, I don't know where, some sort of centre. I was put in a room with the brightest light on you've ever seen in your fucking life. I had to leave my shoes outside the door. They checked I didn't have anything on me. And then they showed me to a bed and they told me to try and get some sleep with a bright light on, the door wide open, and a security officer or a member of staff with security. What I would call restraints and things like that, and only what the police would have with them, if they've got a drunk and the drunk's being leery, I'd say. And that poor man sat outside the room for the entire time I was in there until the psychologist and the psychiatrist and another mental health doctor and the practice nurse all came in the next day. I'd not eaten. They didn't offer me a drink or food or anything. I was taken into a room and asked what was going on. I told them what was going on, told them how I felt. I wasn't allowed to speak to Mr. Dory. Nemo had no idea where I was. I have no idea to this day what Mr. Dory told him because I don't want to know. Maybe one day, not now. I was taken to a facility for 10 days. And then I came home. Numerous counsellors, visits to the GP, medication that didn't work. Just turned me into a zombie and put lots of weight on, which of course then just triggered another attack of me feeling worthless because I'd put this weight on and I didn't feel attractive and I didn't feel like me, and so it went on. Two, 3 months ago, I was told it was no longer called borderline personality disorder, it was called emotionally unstable personality disorder, which isn't quite the same thing. And that's where I'm going to end this now, because I'm not sure I can carry on just at the moment. I'm going to end this. This is part 1. And I'll come back and I'll finish. Thank you for watching. I hope you come back for part 2, and I hope you're alright. I hope you haven't watched this and it's made you worse, or it's made you doubt your own mental health. There's lots of reasons why I did what I did. And I know what they are. We'll go into that next time.